Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys about a realization that I came up with pretty recently. But it's basically uh, vegetables are probably one of the worst foods that you can put in your body, with the exception of like all the processed foods that you see nowadays. But uh, uh, basically, vegetables in no point in human history have we solely eaten vegetables and we were able to um, live a healthy lifestyle. Throughout human history, we were solely eating meat, and only poor individuals who couldn't afford having meat or couldn't afford raising cattle on property would resort to eating stuff like bread and vegetables and maybe some fruit. So this idea of veganism, trying to take apart the natural way that humans are supposed to eat, is pretty much absurd to me. And you can see how it's destroying a lot of people's lives. Just go on to any vegan person's channel, you'll be able to see that, or how unnatural their lifestyle is, no matter how much they lay on the grass and do yoga in the sun. Like, and another argument for vegans is like, oh, there are all these colorful foods, and that's a good sign of whether something's healthy or not, if it's colorful in nature and if it's appealing to the eye. Well, you can see behind me, it's all green. Should I eat leaves? Should I eat what's behind me? Because it's like super green and rich in micronutrients. It's basically common sense that one piece of meat is more nutrient dense than any plant on this planet. One piece of meat literally beats 10 vegetables in a row. Because your body's not made to digest vegetables. You're not an herbivore. You're a carnivore. You should be eating meat all the time in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle, along with eggs and dairy if you can. There have been many studies around that have done research on these types of diets. And the way you know what diet is good or bad for you is whether generations of people have been healthy eating this certain diet. And veganism is such a new concept that we haven't even explored the fact. But even though we haven't seen multi-generational studies of vegans, we still see that people in their lifetimes, if they eat vegan diets, they become malnourished, and they even might suffer death earlier. Some could argue that, oh, meat causes heart attacks, or meat causes people to have heart and health issues, obesity in America, but but those things are mainly from people eating grains, high carb diets, high starch diets, where your body is literally having to digest all the sugar and high sodium products that you're eating, like chips, all these processed foods, prepackaged meals. They're all contributing to these factors, which are totally unrelated to meat. I'd like to pose you a question. I've a garden in my backyard, and I was able to pick something out from my garden. So here you guys go. So I'm gonna make this easy for you. This is something that I picked out from my garden, and I would just like to tell you or ask you what type of vegetable this is. Leave it down in the comments if you want, but this is actually not a vegetable, and it's actually a weed. And of course it looks just like a vegetable because all vegetables are just roots, weeds, and stuff you shouldn't be consuming. When I first saw this, it looked like some piece of like celery, and people actually think that's good for you. And this part even looks like kale. See that? Look how healthy this is. Leafy greens, you know? But long story short, it's like red meat is the thing that's gonna make you healthy. When you think of food, you think of the color red. Why are all of these food logos red, orange, and yellow? Because red makes you hungry because it reminds you of meat. Green, when you see green, you're not thinking of food, you're thinking of vegetation, nature, and nothing relating to food. I think what's tricked people about like seeing this green vegetation and maybe getting some sense of hunger is just candy, because candy can be any color. It can be red, blue, green, brown, black. But we all know, like, the candy that's red, it always sells the most because people associate red with food. McDonald's, red and yellow. Five Guys, red. Skittles, red. Kit Kat, red. And even the ones that don't have red as their main color, they still do incorporate some type of red in their logos or their packaging, just to remind you what's natural. And people think they know what's healthy and what's not, but they haven't even had a healthy diet. People think going vegan will help them lose weight. I mean, sure it will because you're being malnourished, but if you're on an all meat diet, then it's pretty easy to lose weight. It almost comes naturally. My cats are outside with me. They want to come in. But I've been on this like kind of all meat diet for I think about a week now, and I do incorporate some fruits into my diet, mainly mangoes and oranges. Those are like they're like the tastiest ones. I don't see how people like all the berries, like blackberries, raspberries. They don't taste appetizing. So if if something doesn't taste good to you, it's probably not good for you. Just like how if I took a piece of leaf off this tree and I ate it, it would taste bitter to me. If something tastes bitter or just doesn't taste good, you probably shouldn't eat it. So mangoes and oranges, what I eat for fruits. And I basically only eat like red meat and eggs and butter and raw milk if I could, but kefir because of all the probiotics. And I stay out in the sun because the sun literally like charges you up. I don't know how to describe it. Like if I stay out in the sun and go to sleep the next night, I'll have like the most vivid dreams ever. And I honestly think it's thanks to the sun because these past few days it's been like pretty rainy and like gloomy, and I realized yesterday or last night and the day before I wasn't really dreaming that much, but the days prior where it was very sunny and I could stay outside, those were probably like the craziest dreams I've had. I made a video on dreams and lucid dreams. Probably should check that out. But yeah, I made this video completely because I think it's insane that there are people out there that only want you to eat fruits and vegetables. Like that diet will literally kill you. If you have no fat on your body, it'll probably kill you. You'll be malnourished to the point where you can't move a muscle. If you have some fat on your body, you'll probably just feel like you need to eat all the time, which is counterproductive to why most of these people switch to these diets. They switch because they want to lose weight or whatever, but you can't do that with a vegan diet.